Hello, Freckle Love Group. Happy Saturday morning. I hope everybody is having a great weekend so far. I'm having a great weekend so far. Just barely getting started. I only had a few classes this morning, so I'm just getting ready for my day, heading out to buy a Fire Stick. We are ready to cut the cord on satellite TV. Now that we're empty nesters, it seems like we have like 300 channels and we probably watch 3 of them. So we are going to switch to Sling TV. It has the channels that we want for about half the price of what we're paying for satellite TV. So we are making the switch, but we need a Fire Stick for one of our TVs. So we've got to go do a little shopping in person, which we don't usually do. So anyway, I'm getting ready and I want to talk skincare today. I know I usually talk about makeup and I usually talk about all the colors and all the wow bling stuff. But today I want to talk about face care, skincare, because what's underneath all that makeup is really important. This is toner. I call it toner. On the website, it's called rose water. This is great for so many things. I use it as a toner first thing in the morning. It is great after you've been to the gym. Oh my gosh, feels wonderful. I keep it in the refrigerator in the summer because that cool spray just feels so awesome. It's great for rosacea. It's great for psoriasis. It's great for razor burn. That's what my guys use it for. And they one time they had a special and they had some different scents. So instead of rose water, I know they had lavender. This one is citrus, and I think there was a cucumber one too. So I got the cucumber and citrus, I think, for my guys because they don't like a strong girly smell. But razor burn. A lot of times, especially in the winter when they've got dry skin, they'll get razor burn. And they're always asking me, hey, do you have something I can put on my skin for razor burn? This is it. This is your answer. The rose water, the toner. It's great on bug bites and sunburns in the summer. And again, I keep it in the refrigerator because it feels so good when you put it on a bug bite or a sunburn. It just really helps your skin heal and it helps keep your skin, what do I want to say? Alive, perked up, fresh, I guess is the word I want to use. So I really love the rose water because it does some phenomenal things for your face. Next, I'm going to use the daytime moisturizer. And I know you've heard me talk about Uology before, but this is from the Uology line. And that means when they call it Uology, it is personalized to you. So when you order your skincare, you go in and you get to select your own boosters. Basically, when you buy the daytime moisturizer or the nighttime moisturizer or the serum or the cleanser, you're just buying the base product by itself. You're just buying the base formula. And then in little tubes, and I don't know if I have any, yes, here's one. You get to select 3 little tubes like this. They're called boosters. And all you do is take the little cap off and squeeze the entire contents of this booster into your base product. And then they even send you a little spatula. I usually have one right here. Here's one. They send you a little plastic spatula to stir your base product up with the 3 boosters that you choose. And then when you add those boosters into your base product, it personalizes it for you. So you get to choose the 3 boosters. For example, this one is time correcting. Yeah. Do I ever need that one at my age? You betcha. I don't see any more in here right now, but I usually choose wrinkle reducing. I'll choose time correcting. I'll choose hydrating, replenishing, elasticity, brightening, all those things that, somebody my age, postmenopausal women with lots of dry skin issues, dry patches, lots of wrinkling. I can choose those things. Whereas one of my nieces who are just in their 20s and they're going to buy a daytime moisturizer, they're going to choose completely different boosters because they don't need as much hydration. They don't need the same kinds of skincare protection that I need. So they might choose things like Environmental Shield. They might choose the brightening. They might choose one that's called calming. If you've got rosacea, if you've got blemishes, if you've got skin that flares up, the calming booster will actually, it has ingredients that will help your skin calm down. It'll kind of help the breakouts sort of minimize, I guess you'd want to say. So anyway, boosters are in there and you get to choose your own. And so I think that's really genius of Younique to come out with that. I think we were the first company right after we had our convention and they announced the new products. I noticed another big name makeup company came out with the same thing. They came out with boosters so you could personalize your skincare routine. But we were the first ones to put it out there and I thought it was really, really a smart idea. So next up is primer. I get this question all the time. Do you really need primer? I feel like, yeah, you absolutely do. Because nobody's skin is perfect. I don't know if yours is, let me know. But mine is definitely not. I've got dry patches over here on the sides. I've actually got a skin issue. I forget what it's called. My dermatologist always mentions it. I've had lots of places on my face where I've had to have some precancerous lesions removed. And it leaves behind a little scar, a little rough patch of like scar tissue. I've got lots of wrinkles. I've got lots of dry skin, especially around my mouth and nose right now. It's probably because of the mask. I find I'm getting a lot of dry skin right around here. So the primer is gonna help smooth everything out. Just like when you prime your walls before you paint, you're priming your face. So you're making the perfect blank slate for your foundation to go on. I've also noticed when I use a primer, I use a lot less foundation than I normally would. So that's another big plus. All right, let's move on to foundation. Today I'm gonna do a little trick that I learned actually from J-Lo. You know, the celebrity J-Lo? This is what she does. She uses regular foundation. So I'm gonna use my kabuki brush and my liquid foundation here. All right, pop a couple drops of that on the top. Then I'm gonna take a luminizer. Where did I put it? Here it is, okay? This is the Alamode Luminizer Cream. You could use any luminizer cream to do this. This one is, you need a cream, not the stick. A lot of times I'll use the stick, but this one is a cream. I'm just shaking it up here. What I'm gonna do is just put a little drop of this right on top of my kabuki brush as well. And then when I go to dot this on all over my face, the luminizer is gonna mix in with my foundation and it's gonna give you that glow that J-Lo is famous for. I saw her interviewed in one of the women's magazines and she mentioned that this is her secret to glowy skin. She actually mixes in a drop or two of luminizer in with her regular foundation to get that beautiful glow that she's kind of known for. And it's a quick, easy little beauty hack that you can try. Sorry, I gotta look in my magnifying mirror here to make sure I've got everything blended in really well. Okay, and on to blush. This is Surreal, one of my all-time favorites. Just to add a little color. I don't know about you, but I'm looking forward to warmer weather when I can go a little deeper on my foundation because I'll use a self-tanner on the rest of my body. I don't use it on my face. I've got too many dark spots for that and it just accentuates them. But I will use it on the rest of my body. I do not tan. I've had so many spots removed that it's not a good idea. So I won't be tanning, but I do use a good self-tanner. Those have really, really improved in the last few years so that they look super natural. And then I'll go just a little bit deeper with my foundation to match. I'm ready for summer. I'm ready for warm weather. All right, next up, brows. And I'm gonna use my double-ended brush. One end is beveled, and I'm just using a regular eyeshadow think the shade is Marvelous. Just sort of a neutral brown. It's got a hint of red to it, so it matches my brows really, really well. There it is, this one right here. I find that it matches better than any of the brow product. And since I'm more worried about just covering up gray and white hairs in my brows and not really doing a ton of shaping, my hairstylist takes care of that for me once a month. She does a fantastic job. So I don't really need to worry about shaping them too much. I'm just adding color. Oh, I can stop making a mess of it to cover up. There we go. All right. And I'm also going to use this super dark purple plum color right here with the straight edge of my brush, and I'm going to use that as liner under my lower lashes. I don't like to do the tight lining where you put the liner on the inside of your eyelid. I wore contacts for many, many years, and I guess it just sort of creeps me out to have something that close to my eye. Then I had LASIK. Best decision I ever made. And so now I don't wear contacts anymore, but I still don't like to have anything on the inside of my eyelid. So I just put a little tiny line right underneath each set of lashes. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a liquid shadow in Giggly. And first I'm gonna put on some eye primer. Oh, I'm almost out of eye primer. Can't have that. Again, just like you prime your face before you put on foundation, I find that if I use eye primer when I'm going to be using a powder eyeshadow, it helps it do its job, helps it stick in place. You don't get any flaking or creasing, so you don't look at your eyes halfway through the day and find that all of your eyeshadow has like gathered in your crease. I'm just going to put on a coat of this over my entire lid. This is Giggly. It's a very pale pink, believe it or not, but it's neutral enough that I feel like it goes with just any combination that I might use. And then my big fluffy brush, just sort of buff that in. All right, and now my beloved 3 palette, which is about to, what do I want to say, expire. Tomorrow is the last day of the month, and it's the last day you can order this in the bundle. With this, you get the eye primer, which I just showed. You get a choice of an eye brush, like the fluffy brush I just showed, or the crease brush, or the liner brush, or the double-ended brush like I showed. You can choose any one of those, or you can choose one of the liquid eyeliners in either brown or black. So it's a great bundle. You get the whole 6 eyeshadows, the primer, there's no choice. It's just you get the primer, the eyeshadows, a brush, or a liner. If you don't, for some reason, and I can't imagine why, don't like the beloved 3, you can also choose as one of your options, palette 6, which has the burgundies and browns and neutrals, or you can choose palette 8, which has those gorgeous fall colors. So you can choose either one of those if you don't like the beloved, which, like I say, I can't imagine, but there might be somebody out there who just doesn't care for it. I'm going to use a flat brush next. And I think today I'm going to use this bottom color right in the middle, which looks very, very orange. It's more like a copper penny. And I find that when I actually get it on and blend it in, it's not as intense as you would think. I've seen so many models wearing this color this month. Some of our unique models, which are just regular presenters. They are not professional models. I guess I shouldn't call them models. I've seen other presenters sharing their results with this. And wow, it's impressive to see what this looks like on so many other skin types, hair colors, eye colors. There we go. And then I'm going to take my pinky and I'm going to use this very light champagne color with just my pinky finger. And I'm going to put a pop of that right on the inner corner of my eye. Okay, just to brighten things up, to make my eyes look a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to go back to, let's see, I'll grab palette 6. I'm going to grab this color right here, this brown. It's called Enthralled. That's the name of it, Enthralled. And I'm going to use my big fluffy crease brush, and I'm going to grab some of that Enthralled, and I'm going to put that right over here in the corner of the outer corner of my eye in kind of a sideways V shape, just to add a little depth right there at the corner. There we go. And then I'm going to go back with my big fluffy brush and blend it all in. So it doesn't have any super deep lines anywhere. There we go. And now, of course, mascara, my Twisted Epic. I use the tiny little brush to get at my lower lashes. Need my magnifying mirror. There we go. And then I'm going to use a little bit of lash primer. Again, I want to prime my lashes for my mascara because it will help my mascara last longer. It'll help it do its job. It also conditions my lashes so they stay nice and soft. They don't get brittle and break off easy. There we go. Last step is going to be the mascara. I'm going to let this dry just a second. While I'm doing that, I'm going to spritz on some setting spray, which is like hairspray for your face. Just keeps everything where it's supposed to be. Let that dry just a minute. Now I'm going to put on two coats, can't talk today, of the 4D. Coming up this next week on the blog, I'm going to be talking about, no, not on the blog, I'm sorry, on my business page, I'm going to be talking about some of my goals for my business. I'm going to be talking about my why. Why in the world do you do this? I mean, obviously you don't need the money. You're retired. My husband has a fantastic job. We're empty nesters. I do this because I love it. Number one, I love the product. I love sharing and teaching. I was a teacher for 32 years, and I love teaching people how to do things that are going to save them time and money. I love to make people's lives easier. One of my goals, my slogan for my business is making or helping women over 50 look and feel their most beautiful, one face at a time. And that really is my goal. I want women to be confident in their appearance so they can concentrate on other things. Get the appearance part down, and then you can go out and do good in the world. When you're not worried about what you look like, and I honestly am not worried anymore about what I look like, because I know when I use the unique products, I'm going to look good. I know they're good products. I know they're going to last. I know they're going to make me look my very best. And so I don't have to worry about midday, what does my makeup look like? I know it's going to look perfect. Just like when I put it on first thing in the morning. And the second part of my why, somebody said, if your weekly income was the same as what your monthly income is right now, how would your life change? And I said two things. One, I would be able to give more to charity. That's a big thing for me. I want to give back. I live a very comfortable life. I'm not going to say I'm rich. Compared to people in other countries, we are very, very rich. But I would love to give back. One of my passions is dog rescue. Y'all have heard me talk about dogs. I get so distracted by dogs. I was on a business meeting on a Zoom call the other day, and this lady had a dog jump up in her lap, and it was a beagle. She called it a pocket beagle because it's really like miniature size. It was a mixed breed, but immediately I was like, is that a dog? Is that a beagle? I totally lost my train of thought about what we were talking about business-wise because I was fixated on that dog. I volunteer 1 day a week at the shelter here in my county. I love it. That is one of my favorite days of the week. If I had enough money, I would start a sanctuary for senior dogs, probably senior beagles, although I might let some other breeds in there too, because I just love senior dogs. I want dogs to be able to retire like me and live out their golden years on somebody's couch, on my couch. I would love to have a place where senior beagles could just live out their days on the couch or on a nice, soft, comfy dog bed, and get the attention that they deserve and just be able to relax and live their best life. So if I had enough money, that's what I would do. The second thing that I would do is travel. I've always wanted to see some places in the world that I've never been to. And so I have things on my bucket list, places I want to go see and visit. And I want to take my husband with me. One of my goals is to get him retired within the next year so that we can start to do some traveling that we've always wanted to do. So if my weekly income was what my monthly income is now, those are the two things I would do. Give to charity, particularly dog rescues or any pet rescue really, and then travel as soon as traveling restrictions ease up, that is. So those are my goals. Those are my whys. I want to help women. I want to teach them how to look great, feel great. That's the important part. Not only do you look great, but you feel great because you know you look great. You know you look your best. And I want to change the world by giving back more and being able to travel and then use those experiences in my teaching. It's great when I teach my Chinese kids because we can talk about so many other things besides when you're learning English. So I would love to be able to add to my repertoire of, oh yeah, I've been there. Yeah, I've seen that. I want to go to the Great Wall someday because all of my kids have been there and they all talk about it and I've never been there. So that's one of my goals is to get to go to the Great Wall so that then we'll have something in common to talk about. So anyway, sorry, I'm long-winded today. All right, so there it is. I am going to add just a little bit of lip color. This one is Uppity. It's one of the new matte lip colors. I love it because it's matte. I don't like a real shiny lip, but it doesn't dry out. I mean, it doesn't dry your lips out. It's not one of those mattes that's real drying and then like partway through the day you can see like splotches of it left because it wears off. You don't have that issue with this one. So I really love this matte lip color. So this is Uppity. All right, so that's it, my friends. I am ready to go find a fire stick and finish up the rest of my day. So I hope everybody has a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you later. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.